Hello and welcome to Two Girls, Two Coasts. We're back for another crazy, insane week because this last week toppled the week before. It's never ending.
It's crazy. But let me just start out with this, okay?
All
And
right.
I've got to read it, okay? All right. So basically, Australia is on the brink of a historic decision, okay? This could reshape international relations.
Ooh.
They're considering a permanent ban on Donald Trump and his inner circle. Is that nuts?
Permanent.
It's absolutely nuts.
My
Because they
ears
said,
love it.
yeah, they say that Trump has jeopardized global stability. And this is just a national security issue. It doesn't have anything to do with politics. They just
I
don't
love
want
it.
the man in their country.
A world leader with cojones.
I know, I love it.
Now, wait. If Australia is part of the Commonwealth, they must be speaking with Canada, New
UK.
Zealand, and
Mm-hmm.
the UK.
Yeah.
That's a
Mm-hmm.
nice, strong force right there. Do you think that's happening? Like they must be all talking.
Carolyn, our president is such an embarrassment that I don't blame them. I
A
really don't.
dangerous embarrassment.
Yeah. Huge embarrassment.
And
100%.
and with a man at his age with dementia is very dangerous. I was
Extremely.
reading yesterday. They lash out, hence all the name calling, all the derogatory, and like just blatantly. Like he used to do them in tweets here and there, but now it's just like right on live TV.
Unbelievable.
I'm waiting for him to like reach in his pants and grab some poop and throw it at somebody.
I know. I'm not kidding you.
Like that's how bad, like anything can happen with this
Well,
guy.
I got to tell you, what is so incredibly dangerous is that because he has full blown dementia, he doesn't follow orders. He was
Yeah,
told that
dangerous.
he was told that the National Guard cannot be in DC.
Okay.
He completely disregarded that. He kept them there. One woman died on Friday. Another gentleman is hanging on for dear life. He's in critical condition. And it's all because Trump did not obey orders. I'm sorry, he has full blown blood on his hands. And the
He,
bottom
you,
line is,
yeah.
no, go ahead.
I was just
Is
going
the
to say,
main
you could tell he knows he's guilty when he's lashing out the way he is, right away blaming
100
Biden.
defensive,
And
angry?
both admins vetted, and admin had the final stamp to green light them in.
Yeah.
But let's talk about
Mm-hmm.
this real quick. This
Mm-hmm.
guy who worked with
Mm-hmm.
the CIA, Afghani worked with the CIA, probably a translator during those
Mm-hmm.
that horrible war, coming
Yeah.
from Washington State all the way across the country to shoot two National Guards that don't have weapons on their body. Very, very odd, and raising lots of false flags. I'm reading. Is this
Yeah.
another look over here while we keep scrubbing files over here, the Epstein files I'm talking about?
I honestly think so. I honestly think it's
Makes
another one of
sense.
his pivot deflections, something to turn everybody's eye away from the files. I agree.
The reason it
100%.
doesn't phase me at all because we know they have no care for life, for human life.
Absolutely.
And we'll talk about Hegseth in a second.
Yeah.
No care for human
Absolutely.
life because we've seen it. No mark on the
Mm-hmm.
ear, the guy behind him gets killed, all these things, that shooting, I'm talking about these one off
Mm-hmm.
people. And they always say
Yeah.
they tried to kill him twice. Who's they? The government? Your own government? That's hiring these one off men, groypers, whatever they call them. What are they? But
Snipers. Yeah.
no, the guys that are the really far for alt right. That Trump's not far enough alt right for them. Guys, they're incels that are online that are. So like, why
Yeah.
do they
I
have
hear you.
there's no broader circle? Like, you notice that in those two shootings, they're like these one, and there's no evidence.
Everything.
I digress. Let's go back
Yeah.
to this current situation because it
Okay.
is alarming, and I know there needs to be more information to come out. But
Okay.
they're trying to, these Afghanis that came in. He's trying, of course, to shut down that program, which was an amazing program because we couldn't have gotten through the Middle East without them. So
Mm-hmm.
blaming Biden. He knows he's guilty when he's just blaming, yelling. You're a
Mm-hmm.
stupid person. You're a fat slob, quiet
Yeah.
piggy. He knows he's
Mm-hmm.
guilty, and he's in a corner. Baby's in a corner.
Yeah.
So
Insanity. And you know what? He's so butthurt by Biden. I'm so over it. Joe Biden lives rent free in that brain, okay?
yeah.
Basically. And I'm so sick and tired of him blaming every single thing
Everyone,
that goes
never a
wrong on
solution.
Biden. I
Here's what
know.
he thinks is a solution. Let's shut down 19 countries. Let's take all their nationalization away of these people. But
Yeah.
yet, let's go and create this new, what was the gold green card for
The
$5
gold
million
card.
dollars.
He's creating the gold card, which is basically a green card with plus additives. I'm not sure what they are, but it costs $5 million, and that is so he can get really rich people into the country.
Yeah,
That's his
more
whole
just
goal.
exactly what we need, more oligarchs instead of
Yeah,
workers that actually
yeah.
add to our workforce, add to our GDP, add to, everything. Like they spend what they put in $100 billion into our tax system, and they're
Hmm.
not even reaping the benefits. Which is
Yeah,
another
I
false
know.
narrative. They are not
You
reaping the
mean the
benefits,
immigrants?
people.
Yeah,
Yeah, the immigrants,
the
which is
immigrants that put in.
5.6 of our
Yeah,
workforce. Oh, there's
yeah.
so many things there's to talk about because that just makes me think about all the different things that just happened too, with all the promises of getting the criminals out.
I
Getting the
know.
criminals out, really? Because you keep pardoning criminals.
I
So many
know.
criminals, and they're worse. Each one is worse after the next. The current criminal. There's a sidebar I wanted to talk about the poor college kid that was going to surprise her parents, the DACA student, and she gets pulled aside and sent back to Honduras, and she had a court order not to be touched, and they do it anyway. It's
They
all
do it.
about ripping, shredding families apart. Forget the criminals. That's all bullshit.
Yeah, they do
Because he's
whatever they want
about
to do. Yeah.
he's about to pardon the ex Honduras president that is in prison for 45 years, right? For being busted for trying to traffic 400 tons, was it, Chris? Of cocaine
400
into our
tons
country.
of cocaine. Hmm.
Needs to stay
Yeah.
in prison. Those who we want behind bars, but oh no, Trump needs
Hmm.
him. He's a pawn in his game of working with Maduro because he will work
Yeah.
with him against Maduro.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Hmm.
so
Yeah.
that just leads right into
It's
here
crazy.
we
Yeah,
are.
he's pardoning a drug lord, cartel king, freak show, and then murdering innocent people because he assumes that they're carrying drugs from Venezuela to the United States on their little boats. I mean, the whole thing is so insane, and that is why they are going down. And I am not kidding you. I am
Hold that
absolutely
thought. I
positive.
want you to go. I want you to explain that to people because I want to say one
Okay.
more thing about before we
Okay.
go over this Venezuelan thing because this is huge. Okay,
Yeah, I know.
airspace
Hmm.
being cleared as we speak. But let's just
Hmm.
take it back to a couple layers.
Okay.
Create a narrative
Hmm.
where all the immigrants coming across are bringing fentanyl and they're
Hmm.
bad. And they're not
Right.
only bringing fentanyl, they're eating your pets and they're taking your jobs. All create all that, yet fund all the corruption, fund all the drug trafficking because these are pawns in your game. So you help them do what they need to do and they'll do what you need. Look at Argentina. 40 billion.
Hmm.
Now we're doing this whole Venezuelan fake thing. Not to this day, not one speck of evidence of drugs on these boats.
I
Just
know.
fishermen going off and families crying. My dad went to fish and he didn't come back.
Hmm.
Granted, they aren't all great people. I'm sure they do side jobs and probably have done a thing here and there to make some money. But they are not trafficking drugs because if they were, Congress would have that evidence by now. We are not stupid.
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. Over 100 people now. Innocent people have been killed. Yeah.
We're in this whole situation where they're creating this whole narrative. Oh, so
Yeah.
yeah, the Pete Hegseth.
Yeah.
Let's
Pete
digress to
Hegseth.
Pete.
Speaking of the people that are being murdered in the Caribbean, these innocent fishermen, Pete Hegseth for sure is going down. He will be going to prison. There is no doubt in my mind. He gave specific orders to the military to kill them all. Kill them all.
See those two guys hanging on the side of that boat we just blew up that's in flames? Shoot
Kill
them
them.
down.
Yep.
Kill them all.
Kill them
Yeah.
all.
Isn't there someone, isn't there a Republican? Isn't Congress like already starting to investigate him?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, and it's Republican, congressmen, senators. They're done. This
These are
is
international war criminals because
100%. And
that's why they're not sharing intel with them.
right, right. The
The
best
UK.
thing about and there's nothing good about it, actually, to be honest with you. But if there is one silver lining in the whole thing, I think it's that the Republican Party definitely
Oh,
is spiraling out of control.
please,
And
please give us some details on this. This is
yeah,
good though. I did
well, I
not know
mean,
this, and you told me earlier, and I want
well,
everyone to know about this. This is great.
oh yeah. I mean, well, we have another senator out of Texas that's absolutely leaving. That's for sure.
Mhm.
What happened was on Thanksgiving night when Trump was supposed to give some sort of a talk to the country, not the turkey pardoning. Literally on Thanksgiving Day, the president usually says a nice statement to the country.
Yeah.
So he gets on at 11:30 at night, insults everybody and their brother, calls Tim Walz,
The
the
R word.
governor of Minnesota,
Yeah.
calls him. I don't even know if I can say this word.
You
A
can't just
Rico.
say the R word,
The R word.
derogatory R word.
Yeah, a derogatory R word, and it just so happens that Tim Walz has a son that's disabled, and a senator from Indiana who has a daughter with Down syndrome. Of course, the whole country saw it. He's a Republican, and he's so disgusted that there is no way on the planet Earth that the Republicans are going to, gerrymander Indiana in order to get more seats.
Yeah.
He's doing it to himself. The big orange man is taking himself down because when you have dementia, which he does, it's just,
You get meaner
no.
and meaner, you get cruel and mean and
Yeah,
you lash out. But
yeah,
but the
yeah.
GOP is word on the street
Hmm.
is there's what's the section 2 article 4.
Okay, all right. So this is it. This is the scoop that because I saw the
This is
AOC do
making
it last
me
night.
excited.
Okay, so this is why I totally believe that we could have the entire administration out before Christmas.
Too good
Okay.
to be true, but
It's
I,
unbelievable, isn't it? Okay, there is Article 2, Section 4 in the Constitution. It has a clause that gives Congress the power to impeach the president and the entire cabinet for treason, bribery, or other high crimes, such as war crimes, killing innocent people for absolutely no reason. The Senate brings forth the impeachment charge, okay? And they bring it to Congress and they have a trial, okay? If two-thirds of the Senate vote to convict, they will all be removed that day out.
that's the part I love.
Yep, I
Because
know.
as you were telling me this earlier, I was thinking,
Yeah.
oh, this will drag on and da da da. But it can
Hmm.
happen in one day.
Yeah, it can't happen in one day. And this
You know,
is so serious because so many people are dying. Innocent
so much
people.
suffering and the
There's
suffering, it's
he
just too
is bringing
much.
he has crushed the farmers. He has crushed the cattle farmers. He has ruined the lives and families of so many people in this country. He has killed innocent people in the Caribbean. He pardons everyone and their brother. He has a huge, huge problem with Biden
Every
for no
criminal
reason.
and their brother.
Yes,
He pardons.
exactly.
It's
I,
so hypocritical. And
yes.
and the whole story of we're all anti-drug. We want to get these guys. No, you don't. No, you don't. You want to support this just for your own little game of power and greed, power and greed. Same old
Hmm.
story, new century.
Hmm.
Same old, same old, same old. We're done. We're over it. It's the age of Aquarius.
Hmm.
People are rising up.
Hmm.
Earlier today, I just saw in New York
Hmm.
a huge group of ICE agents are surrounded by locals and they can't even move. They're just standing there like still. People are done. Did you see? I also posted that priest that came out on his steps yelling and ICE ran away from him. He's like, I don't know what God you worship, the orange one or whatever, but my God is from love. And we love people here. We find, and it
Yeah.
was great. And this is what's happening. You're
Hmm.
right, Chris. Waking
Yeah.
up is happening.
Yeah, I
Waking up.
really do. I got to tell you something about these ICE agents. A couple things,
Okay.
and then I'll tell you something kind of funny that I think is about them.
Okay.
I heard that the ICE agents get a $50,000 signing
Yeah.
bonus.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I remember that from the beginning. That's
That's why
how they
it's
got all these losers
yes,
with
criminals
criminal
basically.
records.
Hmm.
And they're getting busted left and right, too. They're
I
getting
know.
pulled over with open containers in their car. They're
Yeah.
having, SA little
Hmm.
things here and
Yeah.
there and
Well, they hired
child
criminals.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. And those
Yeah.
are the guys that will get in people's faces.
Yeah.
Those are the guys that will, stop anybody that even like, is yelling at them to leave their town, and they'll pull them out of their car and throw them on the ground, all very horrendous. They're not taking the criminals.
Hmm.
They're separating families. They're destroying lives. And I already just mentioned the girl, right, from college. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just sad. Cruelty is their game. They
I know.
love it. They get off on it. So here we are now. So
Yeah.
some GOP's doing their part, and the Dems are too, because they're creating what's called a little fight club, they're calling it, within the party,
Mm.
to get
Yeah.
all those non-helping people that are sitting around just watching this. They say things here and there, but we need movement, people. We need
Yeah.
to. Hey,
Yeah.
let's go right into that. Fight,
Yeah.
fight, fight.
Fight, fight, fight. That's Trump's new cologne.
Tell
Isn't
them
it
what it is.
fabulous?
It's
Fight,
his new.
fight, fight. That's his new cologne. He has a men's cologne and a woman's cologne. Apparently, when you go into the Oval Office, if you're a man or a woman, you get a spray down from Trump of your thing. And
I
this
would
is, and I
kick
found this.
his ass if anyone did that to me.
I wouldn't. I've been like within feet of him, remember? And he gagged me out then, and he still gagged me out now. But the bottom line is that I saw this on an infomercial. Where does he have time to do an infomercial? First of all, we all know that his day doesn't start until after 12 noon, right?
Yeah,
Goes before.
12:08.
Yeah, exactly. Just
He has
found out.
time for infomercials. I've seen him do the guitar infomercial, the
I know.
shoe infomercial, the
The
watch
watch
playing
infomercial, the
cards.
coin.
Melania did the ornament infomercial. I mean,
Oh my God. The
that's
phone
all
too.
they
They have
know.
the
That's their
Trump phone.
world.
I know.
Sell, money, make it. And it's just the
Uh,
crypto commercials. But wait a minute. I wonder what that cologne smells like. I can't even imagine the stench of that.
I'm sure it smells like ass.
Oh, toe
So
jam.
nasty. Yeah, but at least we can get a little chuckle out of that, right? Just to go back to
I
the ICE
guess.
agent thing, I just want to tell you this really quick little blurb. Women are starting to just date ICE agents until they can get a picture of them with their masks off, and then they dump them.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I know, I love it. On
Are
another,
we, when we get pictures, we must find them and report. Stay on that beat,
I will
Chris. I
stay on that
love that.
beat, I
How
promise.
smart are these girls? I
I
wonder where
love
they're
it.
finding them. What date apps? Stay away.
It's
What?
the ice match, right? The ice match. So Sean Duffy, our fabulous transportation secretary, he is really
Speaking of
trying.
infomercials,
Yeah, he is launching a civility campaign. And this is really important to him. He's putting all his energy into it. Nothing else, just this. He doesn't want anyone wearing their pajamas on planes anymore.
oh right, I remember. Yeah, he wants us to go back to the 50s, 60s. Maybe 70s.
Exactly. Do you
When
think, doesn't he have something bigger to worry about
no,
than how we look when we're flying?
he's disgusted by humans now, how we are.
Mm.
But he's thinking, remember, the planes were big and roomy. You had your own armrest. I mean, there was a bar. Remember, they would roll the cart down with the food, the love. And now we're like in sardine, sized chairs. Like, God forbid we try to wear comfortable clothing. Who knows who's sitting
You'd
next
be
to
in
you if
so
they
much
even
pain.
fit in their chair. You got flesh rolling off on you everywhere. It's just like, let me get as small as I can in my seat. Because God forbid, like, we all can't afford $5,000 first class seats.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
100%.
that was
I love
funny.
it.
That was funny. SNL did a pretty good one on that. SNL
Yeah,
did that well. These shows are getting better. And
yeah,
South Park did great on Pete Hegseth, the latest one. Go watch it, people. So
okay.
good.
I'm
Oh,
going to definitely watch
so
it.
funny. So
I
funny.
love it. I love it, girl. Yeah, I mean, actually, I kind of wanted to talk about Pam Bondi and how that she is just absolutely has no morals and no character and is absolutely a full-blown witch criminal, which is crazy because she is the Attorney General of the United States, which is basically the top legal advisor, okay?
In the
So,
country.
yeah, exactly. And they dismissed their two cases, because Trump uses, I called him Pump. Trump uses the DOJ, which is the Department of Justice, to go after his political
Yeah.
opponents all the
Yeah.
time. He just uses it like a
Todd
little weapon.
Blanche. Those are his,
It's
that's his,
unbelievable.
those are his
Yeah. So he
weapons.
went against James Comey, who was head of the FBI because he hates him because he said that James Comey lied to Congress, and then he went after Letitia James, who's the Attorney General of New York, because she took him down. He's a felon, right? Exactly. She was doing her job, and he said that she did mortgage fraud, and which both of them are bullshit. But they didn't get off that way. They got off because the attorney that was appointed by Trump and Pam Bondi, her name was
Lindsay
Lindsay
Halligan.
Halligan. She was unlawfully appointed. So everything went out. And I got to tell you something. Pam Bondi's face, she was pissed.
Livid.
Oh my God, she was so pissed. And I'm thinking to myself, literally, I go, you useless, lying scumbag, because here you are, the top legal advisor in the United States, and anyone who is a lawyer or abides by the law, which a lawyer does, of course, dude, you took a job for a felon. You're working for a felon and you're protecting and covering everything up for him. What kind of a human being is that? That literally is an oxymoron. Top legal advisor working for a felon proudly and covering up for him. She has no morals. She is absolutely probably one of the lowest lives.
That
Low
was love
lives
at
on the
first
planet.
sight back in the day. Back in the day, I'll
Yeah.
tell that story real quick. But
Yeah.
Lindsay Halligan, I think, was practicing law for 4 days.
I know.
Yeah. They had to find, never was on a case. They had to find someone to come in and do his
Well,
deed,
no, yeah.
their dirty deed,
Nobody would take
just
it.
because he
You
doesn't
know why?
like these
Because
people.
yeah.
Yeah, all the professionals turned it down. We'll just remind everyone.
Because
It was
nobody
not a
is going to,
case, either
there's
case
no
had any legitimacy.
100%. No one wants to
Well,
get involved in that
so,
Trump
all right,
bullshit.
let's talk about cold as ice Bondi.
Cold as ice bond.
Energy attracts energy.
Yeah.
So let's go back to 2016, the Trump University
Yeah.
students, the clients. It wasn't even the government. It was the clients. They felt it was fraud. They were not getting anything out of yet another Trump scam, and they were suing him.
Yeah.
And they, so Trump lives in Florida back that, and
Yeah.
what does he do? Energy attracts energy. He finds a cold, hard, just as cold as ice as him. He gives her $25,000 for her AG campaign in Florida, or whatever it was for at the time. I guess it was that. She takes it, and just so for the mere fact that she wouldn't join forces for against the Trump University. So she declined it. She didn't take it on. And they were fast friends. They
Yeah.
love each other. It's a
Yeah.
little love affair for greed, wealth, whatever else they can
Yeah.
get. And that's where their love fest started, and it's just continued. So she's right there with him.
Yeah.
She and Todd Blanche are his weapons
Yeah.
of mass destruction against anybody he does not like. But the whole Todd Blanche interviewing Ghislaine Maxwell is a literal joke because the Congress said, we're going to bring her in and ask her the same questions. And she said, well, I'll just take the fifth. So she will never, under oath, say those same answers. Oh, yeah, I never saw Trump with any underage girls or do anything, promiscuous or whatever she said. She'll never say that under oath. So they're all working together.
Yeah.
It's all the bad guys like in a Batman show. It's like the Riddler
Yes.
and
Yes.
the Penguin
Yes.
and
Yeah.
the Joker.
Yeah, I
All
know.
these
It is.
characters
It
in
is.
real life.
Yep.
But then you see, and then you just go back and you see how great last week was with Mondami and Trump in the Oval, because he loves New York, and he's just such a dementia-ridden child that he's just like, oh yeah, New York, I love it, and you love New York, and I love New York, and that's a great idea, and that's a great idea. I never thought of that. That's a great idea. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's just so
Carolyn, he's a hot mess. A
hot,
complete
hot mess.
Yes.
But it's getting worse and worse, and people are, he's really just displaying of his cruelty is out there. Nothing can shock us anymore.
Do you want to talk about the EPA now too?
I
Let's
really do want to talk about the EPA because
It's
for me, that's
serious.
one of my closest things, environment. I'm a huge earth justice person. And what did Trump run on? Another fraudulent bullshit that he wants clean air and clean water. No, you don't. Why then would you roll back? And his people will say, yeah, we need less regulation, less regulation. Okay, let's talk about those regulations, because these regulations that, of course, in big industries and manufacturing companies want easy regulations because it saves them money. But at what cost? Our health? Because now what he's rolled back is yet again, and these are, we've tried to stop this since early, mid 2000s. There's a small particle called PM 2.5. It's smaller than a piece of hair, so you don't see it in the air. But it gets into your system, and all of a sudden, you got asthma people that are really, prevalent to get asthma.
Probably lung cancer too, huh?
Of course,
Yeah.
COPD,
Yeah.
heart disease,
Wow.
and death rates start climbing. Heart disease is still number one. Death rates start climbing. So these are going back in the air. So we're talking fossil fuels.
So
We're
wait a minute. So are
talking
these, do these come out of like factories and stuff where they're making
all the
stuff or?
manufacturing, all the big
Yeah.
industries. So when you're driving on the highway and you see all those buildings with the big, you know,
Smokestacks. Yeah.
yeah, stacks, and this, some of them have flames coming out and
Yeah.
smoke. Those are
Yeah.
when the particles, and there is a
Right.
way to prevent them, but it
Okay.
costs money.
Uh,
But it's worth it. This is when it's worth it to cost money, compared to millions and millions of dollars to scrub Epstein files, millions of dollars to try to indict his enemies. That's all wasteful spending.
yeah.
Doge, wasteful spending. We just
Hmm.
saw they spent extra 220 billion.
Yeah.
I've lost track, and it was a complete waste. Doge is gone.
Hmm.
That's a
That was
whole
a
nother
waste of
sidebar. I
money.
don't want to
Yeah.
go in too many tangents, but it is worth it to spend money in the right places.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Hmm.
you, if you and I spent more time at this at the table, we could have a better plan. Most any intelligent, critical thinking American can come together knowing
Hmm.
what the problems are and solve them more than
Right.
this, because there's too much ego, too much greed, and
Right.
power. It's just the same old story. So
Uh-huh.
PM 2.5,
Scary.
air,
Yeah.
water, wasting water. And going back to the air, Elon Musk, for example, creating and all these 7, 8 guys that are putting all these data centers. They're massive. They need
Right.
tons and tons of water to power these plants. So now they're sucking out water. They need the water to fuel the turbines, which then create methane gas turbines. They need to fuel them, and then
Hmm.
that's putting the particles in the air. So
Okay.
he also said they rolled back, and this is from the first term too, but he's just doubling down,
Hmm.
reversing the water rules, the the stream protection acts, the water protection acts. So these are all the wetlands, the streams that are all going into one. Now these industries can now put the sludge back in the water. So this is affecting drinking water. This is affecting
Animals probably too. Yeah.
ecosystems. If we don't have those ecosystems in place, and think people like beavers, turtles that are, the beavers are amazing. They're like creating homemade filter systems that are protecting the waters like naturally. And they're killing off all these things, which are then killing the animals too, which then stops them creating these natural filtration systems. And it also causes flooding, but they don't care. They don't think about that. Because why? They want to save the corporation's money. Why? Because the corporations fuel his campaigns. That's where he gets all his money for his ballrooms and all the things. It's all circular.
It's
It's a system.
disgusting.
They do not care about the massive amounts of people in the country. They
Mm.
don't care. They're also allowing those pesticides to be sprayed on vegetation again. Why? Because they can grow more, make more money.
Oh, though, are they going to have like
I don't
packaged
know.
things? I don't. How are we going to know?
This is,
I
it,
eat
it says,
romaine lettuce every day.
I'm sure under this administration, they will not make them write it on the packaging. I doubt it. Why would they?
I don't
You know,
know.
we'll have to see,
Listen.
because, the EPA is controlled by the government. So they give them all the rules and all the regulations. This is where the people need to come together, make sure our senators and our Congress people know what we need, what we want. We are the government. We are the voice. We are
Mhm.
them. And we need to just all be doing this. It's the age of Aquarius, which means the love, the vibration, our voices, and it's firm. It's
Mhm.
strong. We got to be out there. We cannot look away. Oh, I can't be bothered. I
Mhm.
don't want to deal. I don't do politics. We don't talk.
Mhm.
It's not politics anymore. It's the way
Mhm.
of life.
It's like
It's
life or
our
death.
life. It's
Listen,
it's this,
everybody.
it's this country that's, look how long it's taken to create, like where we are,
I know.
and
Carolyn,
we are a melting pot of every single walk of life in this world. We are the melting pot. Follow the Constitution. That's all we ask. That's all we ever asked. All that needs to be done. We don't care how you worship. We don't care
Mm-hmm.
what color your skin is. We don't
Mm-hmm.
care who you love. Just follow the laws and follow the rules because our president is not following the laws, not
Mm-hmm.
following our Constitution.
He thinks he's above the law. He's got to go. He's got to go. Call your
Yeah.
senators, call your state representatives. Let's
Just,
put forth this impeachment and get him out. I got to tell you something. I think we'll get a large number of Republicans that want him out too.
well, that's hopefully what's happening right now. Just stay involved, keep the
Mm-hmm.
conversations going. Don't be afraid to bring it up. It came up at my Thanksgiving dinner, and we had a pretty good, decent conversation.
Mm-hmm.
The cognitive dissonance is heavy, it's
Mm-hmm.
real, it's
Yeah.
hard to talk in person, but you just gotta. You got to keep at it. You got to
Yeah.
keep at it. You can't say, "Oh, I'm done doing this." You just keep using kindness and talking
Mm-hmm.
and discussing and pointing things out. And it
Yeah.
goes a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Think Zoran Mandami.
Yeah,
Talks with a
exactly.
smile.
Yep.
Think Pete Buttigieg. You
Yep.
know,
Yeah.
all these people think, Bernie Sanders is a fighter. He's out there. He
I
might be
know.
too far left for some people, but
Yep.
he has not given up. They're about the same age, aren't they? But look at Bernie's out there and he's not calling anyone a derogatory name.
Oh,
Who do we
Bernie's the
have? Bugs?
best.
Bug or
That's
Kid?
Kid. Here's
Hey,
Kid.
Kid.
I brought Kid up because things need to be good for her. She needs to have her health. What if she's walking down the street or walking in the woods with me and she has a sip of water from a creek? She
That's
could
right.
get sick, right? I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, you
So
do need to be. I know you eat a lot of romaine lettuce, so
I
yeah, you have
know.
to figure out what we need to
What
do
about
there,
sweet
like how to
potatoes? I
watch
eat
out for
those
it.
too. I love sweet potatoes and I like the
Yeah,
skin.
a lot of that vegetation. And a
I
lot of
know.
people are buying at Costco. They're not buying organic because everything's expensive again.
I
And
know.
be careful, people. Watch what you're buying, eating, but do keep talking. Do keep doing
Mhm.
the small things you can in your
Yeah.
day-to-day life with your communities and small groups of friends
Hmm.
and make everyone aware because not everyone has the time to pay attention to see what's going on. And
Hmm.
together we're going to get through this and we're going to have a beautiful, clean aired, crystal clear drinking water because we have the knowledge.
We do.
We know how to do it. We just need to have the people to implement all our great ideas that we've known for hundreds of years, probably,
Yeah,
and put them
exactly.
into practice.
I know. And everybody do something nice for somebody this weekend. Do something nice for someone today. It'll make you feel better. And if you really like what we talked about today, please hit the like, subscribe, follow us, send us a message. We'd love to hear from you. It keeps us going and we love you.
I think we're waking up, everybody. So go out
Yay.
there, enjoy your day, make the most of it, and yeah, we love you.
Be good. Bye, say.
Bye.